Chapter 1. The Morning Mist on Lake Texcoco. Sleep story by story to sleep. You wake, slowly, gently, to the soft rustle of reeds brushing against your canoe. The water around you is calm, ancient, whispering its quiet rhythm against the smooth wood of the hull, like a lullaby sung by the earth itself. You blink, and through the veil of morning mist, the sacred waters of Lake Texcoco stretch out before you, endless, silent, silver. The air is cool and fresh. It carries the sweet scent of water lilies, damp soil, and the faint perfume of wildflowers blooming somewhere far away on the Chinampas. You inhale deeply and feel a gentle warmth bloom in your chest, the kind of peace that only the dawn brings. Around you, the world is still, a mirror of sky and water, broken only by the passing of a white heron, its wings slow and wide, like a spirit gliding through a dream. Your canoe, carved lovingly from the trunk of a cecropia tree, holds you as gently as a mother cradles her child. The wood is smooth under your fingertips, warm, despite the morning air. This tree was chosen with care, shaped by hands that still remembered the old ways. The spirit of Quetzalcoatl, the bringer of wisdom and wind, still lives in its grain. And as the canoe rocks gently with the motion of the lake, you feel his presence, patient, watchful, guiding. In the distance, through the mist, the city begins to emerge. Tenochtitlan, the jewel of the lake, its temples rise like mountains of white stone, their shapes softened by the mist, their terraces overflowing with green gardens, hanging in the air like offerings to the sky. You smile, because this is your home, a city built on water and dreams. The paddle in your hand is carved with the symbols of water, wind, and balance. You dip it into the lake, and the water gives way, smooth as crystal. Each stroke takes you forward, gently, slowly, as if time itself has slowed down just for you. You drift through the floating gardens, the Chinampas, miracles of your people. They spread across the lake like emerald rafts, anchored by trees with roots that reach down into the dark soil beneath the water. On each one, you see rows of maize, beans, squash, the sacred three, growing side by side, just as they always have. You pass a farmer, barefoot, quiet, tending to the beans with calm hands. He sees you and smiles, but says nothing, Words are not needed here. A red-winged blackbird flits from a branch, singing a note that blends perfectly with the call of a distant heron, and the faint sound of water dripping from your paddle. Even the birds speak in harmony on this morning. You breathe in slowly and let your thoughts drift. No worries, no plans, no memories, only this moment, this gentle movement across the lake. And as you listen to the sounds around you, the water, the wind, the birds, you feel your body begin to relax even deeper. Your arms growing heavy, your eyelids soft. Let yourself float like a chinampa, like a feather, like the dreams of your ancestors rising with the morning mist. And if you're enjoying this peaceful journey, you can like this story or subscribe to our channel Story to Sleep Asterisk so we can bring you back here again and again to the lake, the mist, the silence. Now let yourself drift even further. The water cradles you, the birds sing to you, and the first light of the sun rests on your skin like a soft blanket. Your eyes may close or not. There's no need to decide anything. This moment is enough. You are safe. You are home. You are surrounded by the gentle waters of Lake Texcoco and the dreams of 1,000 years. The water beneath your canoe is crystal clear, like a window into a hidden world. You peer down and see tiny silver fish dancing among the tangled roots of water plants. They flicker and weave like threads of living light. Their movements form patterns, shifting, flowing, like liquid music, like the dream of the lake itself. You drift slowly through this water garden paradise. Your paddle cuts the surface gently, barely disturbing the peace. The mist begins to lift, soft and slow, revealing the golden dawn. Tonadiu, the sun god, climbs higher into the eastern sky. His light touches the clouds, and they bloom into rose and honey. The warmth reaches your face like a gentle blessing, a silent whisper from the gods who watch over the sacred waters. Near a patch of water hyacinths, you see a family of ducks. The purple flowers float like royal crowns, their roots trailing deep into the life-giving lake. A mother duck leads her ducklings in a perfect, peaceful line, teaching them the ancient ways through reeds and reflections. You smile at their quiet journey, at the simplicity, the trust, the balance, the floating gardens around you. Asterisk, asterisk, chinampas, asterisk, asterisk. Breathe with life. Each is tended with care by farmers who understand the sacred bond between earth and water. One farmer kneels among rows of tomatoes, their red fruit glowing like offerings to the morning sun. Another harvests amaranth, his fingers brushing through fields of tiny golden seeds, destined for bread, for ceremony, for the table of the gods. On one chinampa, an elderly woman gathers water lilies. Each flower she chooses is perfect, white as starlight, offered to Calcayatlacu, the goddess of flowing waters, she of the jade skirt. The woman's reverence, her silence, reminds you that every movement can be a prayer. Your canoe glides between the gardens, following channels carved long ago by countless hands. The water is shallow here, warmed by the sun, rich with memory and nourishment. Tiny water striders dance across the surface. Their feet leave ripples like jewels scattered on silk. A great blue heron stands near the edge of a garden, so still, its reflection perfect in the quiet water. It waits for just the right moment, teaching you that sometimes true wisdom is stillness. The lake sings to you, the splash of your paddle, the hush of wind through reeds, the distant call of a crane drifting overhead. Each sound joins the others, a gentle symphony of earth and sky, designed not to be heard, but felt. And if you find yourself enjoying this moment, if the quiet of the lake brings peace to your mind, feel free to like this story and subscribe to our channel Story to Sleep Asterisk, so whenever you need stillness, we can guide you back here to the waters, the mist, the light. Now, the morning sun casts golden pathways across the lake's surface. Each beam of light leads you deeper into wonder, into quiet, into harmony. Beneath your canoe, the water plants sway, long green dancers moving to a current only they can hear. The fish return, schools of tiny lives, sliding between leaves and stems, hidden free. Each creature, each plant, a note in the ancient music of the lake. You pass another chinampa. Children are helping their parents tend the crops. Their laughter skips across the water like bird song. They work slowly, joyfully, learning the same lessons passed down through generations. Lessons of rhythm, patience, respect for the land and lake. The sun rises higher still. The mist begins to fade, and more of the lake is revealed. Islands of reeds stretch into the distance, twisting canals known only to the fishermen who grew up among them. Each waterway holds secrets, Each corner reveals a new stillness. Your pad. Splash, pause, splash, pause. The rhythm becomes your heartbeat, a meditation in motion. Your thoughts grow soft, your breath slow. Each stroke carries you deeper into harmony with this world of water and sky. A soft breeze stirs the surface of the lake. The ripples rock your canoe with perfect gentleness, and the sound, that soft lapping, is a lullaby older than language. You close your eyes and let the motion of the lake carry you. You are no longer separate. You are part of the rhythm, of water and wind, of breath and light. Here, in this sacred place, you are held, you are home. As the morning progresses, your canoe drifts into a quiet, hidden cove, tucked away among tall, swaying cattails. The soft brown seed heads move with the breeze, and tiny red-winged blackbirds cling to their stems, flashes of scarlet glimmering among the gold and green. This place feels untouched, like a secret sanctuary, a sacred gift from the spirits of the lake. The water here is perfectly still, a glass mirror reflecting the endless sky above. Clouds drift lazily across both sky and water, and for a moment you feel as though you are floating between worlds, between heaven and earth, between waking and dreaming. You rest your paddle gently across your lap and allow yourself to simply float. The current carries you slowly, softly, through this sanctuary of peace. The moist air fills your lungs, cool, clean, calming. Each breath you take releases tension. Each moment softens your body. Your eyelids grow heavier, as if the lake itself is inviting you to let go. The sounds around you lull you into stillness. The hush of wind through reeds, the distant trill of a bird's song, the rhythm of water brushing against wood. These sacred waters of Lake Texcoco hold you now, rocking your canoe with ancient tenderness. The mist gathers again, not to obscure, but to embrace. You drift deeper into the silence, into the stillness. Your muscles melt, your thoughts soften, your breath becomes quiet and slow. Let the rhythm of the lake carry you. Let your spirit float, weightless, peaceful, held by time itself. Chapter 2: The Floating Gardens of Xochimilco. The gentle rocking of your canoe continues as you journey deeper into the winding canals of Xochimilco. The morning has grown warm and golden, and around you the floating gardens stretch out in every direction. Each chinampa is a floating island of life, carefully crafted by human hands. Guided by nature's rhythm, suspended between water and sky, your paddle dips softly into the surface. Each stroke sends ripples through the reflected sunlight. The water sparkles like a net of liquid gold. The air is rich with the scent of flowers and soil. Bright orange marigolds bloom along the garden edges. Their petals catch the light like tiny suns. Their fragrance mixes with the damp, earthy perfume of fertile ground. Each breath you take connects you deeper to this place, a world where humans and nature move in harmony, a world where time flows like water. You pass rows of chinampas where farmers tend their crops. With quiet devotion, their movements are slow, purposeful. They touch each plant with respect, as if recognizing an old friend. An elderly man kneels by a line of tomato seedlings, his hands, weathered and steady, guide each young plant into the dark, rich soil. The tomatoes here, known as tomatal asterisk in the old Nahuatl tongue, are small, strong in flavor, and grown from seeds that have been passed down for centuries. They climb tall stakes made from reeds, and their bright yellow flowers shimmer like tiny stars among the leaves. On another chinampa, a woman tends tall bean plants. They spiral upward, elegant and persistent. Tepary beans, ancient and resilient. Each pod she picks is perfect. Her fingers move in a rhythm, graceful, meditative. You dip your paddle into the water again and look beneath the surface. There you see how the lake bottom has become a garden of its own. Layers of plants, silt, and natural matter, feeding the world above. This method, old as the lake itself, has sustained your people for over 600 years, a gift of patience and wisdom still alive today at the edge of a flower garden, a white egret st, and it's like a statue carved from light. Its neck curves in perfect stillness. Its eyes scan the water below for fish. You watch quietly as it steps, then waits, moves, then stops. Each motion a prayer to balance and timing. Everything here moves with intention, with peace, with care. And if this story, this stillness, this floating world of beauty and balance has brought a sense of calm to your evening, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe to Story to Sleep so we can return to these waters whenever you need rest. Now, the sun continues to rise above Xochimilco. The canals stretch forward, inviting you to float further, deeper. The world slows down. Your thoughts soften, and your heart is full of quiet. Let the canoe carry you forward. No effort, no destination, just breath, just water, just sleep. The canals between the chinampas are narrow, winding like green veins through the heart of the lake, just wide enough for canoes like yours to slip through. These water paths are shaded by ahujotes, graceful willow trees planted along the edges of the floating islands. Their roots stretch down into the lake's soft floor, anchoring the islands like steady hands. Their branches arch overhead, forming natural tunnels of leaf and shadow. As you pass beneath one of these living bridges, the sunlight breaks into scattered patterns on the water, like drifting pieces of stained glass. The willow leaves whisper, soft and secretive. A breeze stirs them gently, and tiny birds flit through the canopy. Sparrows and finches, their feathers catching flecks of gold from the sun. Their songs blend with the rhythm of the paddles and the hush of water. A peaceful symphony, slow, spacious, and sacred. On a nearby chinampa, rows of squash plants spread their broad green leaves. Bright yellow blossoms peek through the foliage like tiny suns. These are Ayatli asterisk, squash, grown here for generations. Their wide leaves shelter tender herbs growing below. Their golden flowers invite bees and butterflies to visit, pollinating not just the plants, but the dreams of the future. A little farther on, a family harvests chili peppers, red, green, and golden. Their hands move quietly, practiced and calm. They work side by side, their movements woven together like a shared song. There is laughter, soft and brief. There is care, deep and constant. Even their silence feels warm. Your canoe drifts onward, gliding past a chinampa blooming entirely with flowers. Marigolds flame orange and gold. Zinnias dance in pink and scarlet, and cosmos stretch their delicate petals to the sky. The woman tending them hums a soft tune, her voice as steady as the water's flow. These blossoms will honor the gods, adorn homes, light up festivals. Their beauty is an offering, their fragrance, a prayer. You paddle slowly, the movement steady and effortless, and ahead you see the beginnings of a new chinampa. Workers shape it from mud and memory. They move in rhythm, a quiet dance of earth and water, scooping dark mud from the lake bed, laying down reeds and branches, building layer by careful layer. The work is slow, but lasting. This island, like the others, will feed generations. Beneath your canoe, the water is alive. Small fish dart among submerged roots. Dragonflies skim the surface, their wings flickering like glass. Water striders leave trails like silver threads. Everywhere you look, the lake is in motion, but the motion is never rushed. A chinampa of maize sways gently in the breeze. Tall, proud stalks of corn. Asterisk Tlaxcali asterisk, sacred food of the people. Rustle like soft rainfall. Their golden tassels catch the light, and you remember how long this grain has fed your people, how its roots run deeper than memory. The farmers here do not fight nature. They follow its rhythm. They plant with the waters, harvest with the winds. They gather wild plants from the canals for food, medicine, and shelter. Nothing is wasted. Everything belongs. You see an old fisherman gliding silently through a far channel, his canoe long and narrow. He pulls it forward with gentle strokes. His hands move like water, slow, deliberate. He casts his net with grace and waits. His patience is ancient, his bond with the lake unspoken. The sun continues to rise, warming the air, intensifying the perfume of marigolds. Butterflies appear among the blossoms, monarchs with wings of fire and shadow. They drift lazily from flower to flower, carrying stories on the wind. Tiny droplets run down the carved face of Tlaloc, as if the god himself weeps, not from sorrow, but from joy, for the connection between humans and the divine remains unbroken, unchanged. You feel a deep sense of peace asterisk, of being cradled by something larger than yourself. The lake, the temple, the voices of your ancestors, the heartbeat of the world itself. You lie back on the smooth stone platform, beneath the open sky. The clouds drift gently above you, white, soft, and low. A heron circles overhead, its wings silent, a guardian of the sacred waters. The sound of chanting fades to a distant murmur. The lapping of waves against the shore becomes your lullaby. Here, in the presence of the gods, sleep comes easily, gently, like a silk curtain falling across the day. Your thoughts slow, your breath deepens. You are safe, you are held, you are home. Before you drift off fully, let us remind you that if you've enjoyed this peaceful journey, if the still waters and sacred spaces have brought you calm, please like this video and subscribe to our channel, Story to Sleep, for many more stories from the quiet corners of the world. Your support helps us bring you even more peace each and every night. And now, let your mind slip into dreams, carried on the wings of the heron, the mist of the lake, and the prayers of the morning. Good night, dear traveler. May the waters of Texcoco carry you to a place of perfect stillness. Your canoe drifts gently, effortlessly, guided by the spirit of the water, toward a hidden inlet where the morning mist still dances softly upon the lake's silver surface. The air here is still, untouched by the movements of the day. You have arrived at a sacred place, quiet, ancient, eternal. Before you, emerging gracefully from the reeds and lilies, stands a small temple carved from white limestone. Its clean, elegant lines softened by time and weather. This is a place of worship for Tlaloc, the giver of rain, the keeper of the sacred waters, and the life within them. The temple rests upon a natural island, a jewel nestled in the heart of the lake, and as you approach, the gentle scent of burning astrus copal incense reaches your senses. Sweet, earthy, ancient. It blends with the mist and the scent of wet stone, water lily, and spring air, creating a perfume that feels like memory itself. Your canoe glides toward a simple dock woven from reeds. The structure creaks and rocks with your weight as you step out, yet remains firm, as if welcoming you home. You tie your canoe with care, using strong cords made from maguey fibers, soft to the touch, yet strong as the stories of your ancestors. From the temple steps, you hear a low, steady chant, a single voice rising and falling like waves, calling softly to the gods of water and cloud. You lift your gaze to see a priest moving slowly around the altar. His movements are unhurried, filled with purpose, as if every gesture carries the hopes of your people. Your paddle moves like breath. Stroke, breathe. Stroke, breathe. The repetition draws you inward into a meditative rhythm where even thought grows quiet. You pass a chinampa where children are learning from their grandmother. She kneels among the plants, teaching them when to harvest, how to save seeds, how to listen to the signs in the wind and soil. Her voice is soft, steady, like a river that has never stopped flowing. The water in the canal is crystal clear, filtered by roots and reeds, fed by natural springs that never rest. You can see the lake bottom, smooth stones, swaying green plants, and the glimmer of silver fish passing like whispered dreams. This world, This garden on water is ancient and alive. It holds you gently in its rhythm, inviting you not just to look, but to feel, to listen, to rest. Let the stillness hold you now. Let your paddle fall quiet. Let your breath grow soft and slow. You are floating among the flowers, among the voices of ancestors, in a world where water, earth, and spirit move as one. And if you've found peace here, if this journey into the heart of the floating gardens has brought you rest, you can asterisk like this video and subscribe to our channel Story to Sleep asterisk. We'll be here whenever you want to return. Now let the waters carry you. Let the butterflies pass above you. Let the corn whisper. Let the trees sway. Let your eyes grow heavy. Let yourself float. Just float. He is dressed in white cotton, simple and pure, adorned with a ceremonial headdress of green and blue quetzal feathers. The colors shimmer in the soft morning light, symbols of growth, rain, and divine breath. In his hands, he carries a clay vessel filled with clear spring water, flower petals, and fragrant resin, a sacred offering to the spirit of rain. You ascend the temple steps slowly barefoot, each stone step warm beneath your feet, worn smooth by generations of pilgrims and seekers. You feel your heartbeat settle into a slower rhythm, in tune with the earth beneath you, the sky above, and the water all around. At the top, the world opens before you. A breathtaking view stretches far and wide. Lake Texcoco, still and vast, dotted with green chinampas, floating gardens arranged like the woven patterns of an ancient textile. You take a deep breath. The air is cool and clean, the kind of air that fills not just your lungs, but your spirit. The altar is simple but powerful, carved with the unmistakable image of Tlaloc, his wide, round eyes watching over the lake like storm clouds ready to bless the earth. His jaguar fangs not a symbol of fear, but of power, strength, the force of nature that brings both destruction and renewal. You kneel before the altar, feeling the polished stone beneath your hands, the warmth of sunlight on your back, the scent of incense still swirling around you like sacred wind. You listen as the priest pours the spring water onto the altar stone. The sound is delicate, like rain falling on leaves, a sound that soothes your soul. The priest's chant fades into silence like the last ripple of a pebble cast into still waters. For a moment, there is only the sound of your own breath, slow, steady, anchored to the rhythm of the lake. You are no longer merely an observer. You are part of this sacred space, woven into the tapestry of mist and song, of offering and spirit. The priest turns toward the lake and raises his hands to the sky. His fingers trace symbols in the air, ancient glyphs of rain and wind, of cloud and river. Above you, the clouds begin to shift, parting slightly to allow golden sunlight to break through and touch the water like a blessing. It glitters across the surface like 1,000 scattered mirrors, each one holding a secret reflection of the world. With slow, reverent steps, the priest leads you down the polished stone steps of the temple, past carved pillars wrapped in garlands of marigold and maize. The air is cool and filled with scent, copal, flowers, the clean breath of water plants. Every breath you take deepens your sense of presence, anchoring you in this timeless place. At the foot of the stairs, a path of woven reed mats leads you toward a quiet garden near the edge of the lake. Here, water channels carved into the earth guide spring water around flowering shrubs and medicinal herbs. Hummingbirds sip from bright blossoms. Frogs sing quietly from the shadows. The priest gestures to a stone bench beneath a ceiba tree, its roots gnarled like the hands of old gods. You sit, and he joins you, folding his robe beneath him with practiced ease. For a while, neither of you speak. You both listen to the murmur of flowing water, to the distant calls of birds, to the breath of the land itself. When he speaks again, his voice is low and filled with meaning. You have walked the path of water, he says. Now return to your people and carry this peace with you. Wherever there is water, there is the sacred. He gives you a small talisman, a tiny vessel of polished clay, sealed with beeswax. Inside is a single drop of spring water, drawn from the very heart of the sacred lake. Keep it close, he says, and when you forget, hold it in your hands, and remember, you bow low, gratitude swelling in your chest, and as you step into your canoe once more, the priest and his novices chant a final blessing that follows you across the lake, carried by wind and wave alike. You paddle slowly, peacefully, each stroke guided by the stars now beginning to appear above. The waters shimmer in their light, and your breath falls once more into that eternal rhythm, the rhythm of lake and cloud, of heart and sky, of sleep and dream. The sun has begun its descent behind the mountains, and the sky above Lake Texcoco becomes a watercolor of lavender, rose, and soft gold. You feel the day exhale its final breath as the world around you slows. Time, like the waters beneath your canoe, flows gently now, rhythmically, peacefully. You glide across the calm surface of the lake, guided only by the soft swish of your paddle. Each stroke is quiet, deliberate. Your body moves with the ancient rhythm of the water. Your breath slows to match, and your thoughts soften, becoming as light and weightless as the mist rising from the surface. Above you, the harvest moon begins to rise, golden and immense. It climbs above the horizon like a guardian spirit, watching over the lake and all who dwell upon it. Its light pours across the water, turning every ripple into liquid gold. The lake mirrors the moon so perfectly. It's as though you are floating between two skies. Water remembers, he says. Every drop that falls carries the memory of the mountain spring, the summer storm, the tears of joy and sorrow from generations before you. To drink it is to remember who you are and who came before. He hands you a small jade bowl, filled with water drawn from a sacred spring. You hold it in your hands, feeling its coolness, its weight. Then you drink, slowly, reverently, and the taste is unlike any water you've known. It is alive, rich, whispering of deep caves and glacial pools, of ancient trees and sacred rites. The priest continues, "There is no end to water, only change. It becomes cloud. It falls as rain. It flows into river and sea and rises again. So too is the soul, always moving, always returning, always becoming." You close your eyes and lean back against the tree. Its bark is rough and grounding, and as you rest there, you begin to hear the earth's heartbeat beneath you. Slow, ancient, constant. It echoes in the soles of your feet, in your chest, in the stillness between each breath. Time drifts. The sun now sits high above, casting soft shadows across the temple courtyard. The young novices, now joined by elder priestesses, begin a slow dance around the central fire. Their movements are like flowing water, smooth and circling. Bells on their ankles ring in gentle patterns, marking the sacred rhythm of the ceremony. Drums begin to play, not loud, not harsh, but deep and round like thunder rolling in the distance. The pulse connects with your own, pulling you gently inward. The chant resonates, but now it is layered. Men and women, young and old, blending their voices like a river made of song. And then, a sudden hush. A large heron lands at the water's edge, its long legs stepping with the grace of a god. Stands still, watching, regal. The people bow their heads in quiet awe. The priest leans toward you and whispers, "The heron is a guardian of the boundary between worlds, where water meets sky, where waking meets dream. When the heron visits, we listen." You rise with him and return to the temple, feeling lighter, calmer. Your spirit gently uncoiling like a fern in the morning sun. The rest of the ceremony flows around you. More offerings are made, chants repeated, stories of Tlaloc and Calcalicu shared beneath the open sky. As dusk approaches, the sky burns soft orange and rose. The priest brings out a bundle wrapped in woven cloth. Inside is a ceremonial flute, carved from river cane, etched with symbols of clouds and spirals. He plays it, a soft, haunting melody that rises and falls like water lapping against a boat's hull. The music carries you far across the lake, through veils of mist, over fields of maize and amaranth, past the hills where the maguey grows, and into a space beyond time, where you are not simply yourself, but the whole world breathing. And when the final note fades, silence returns. The priest places his hand gently on your shoulder. You find yourself drifting toward the western shore, where a gentle gathering has begun beneath the moonlight. Lanterns flicker among the trees, carved from dried gourds, pierced with tiny shapes that cast stars and feathers and waves across the ground. Their glow flickers like small suns, dancing with the breeze. A quiet festival of gratitude unfolds before you. You pull your canoe into a cove. The beach is soft and cool under your feet as you step onto the shore. Other canoes are pulled up beside yours, decorated with flowers, feathers, and ribbons that flutter in the night wind. All around you, people have come to share food, stories, and songs in celebration of the harvest. Children run laughing between the trees, their shadows playing tag with the light. Elders sit together near the fires, their faces warm in the golden glow as they tell tales of seasons past. Their voices rise and fall like the wind through the reeds, steady, comforting, familiar. Near the center of the gathering, an old woman tends a clay fire pit. Tamales steam in large pots beside her. The scent rises into the night air. Soft corn, warm spice, tender herbs from the floating gardens. The smell alone fills your heart with comfort. You sit quietly nearby, watching the flames, listening to the laughter, feeling the weight of the day dissolve. The moon is high now, casting long shadows and quiet light. Music drifts from a group of musicians nearby. Wooden flutes sing softly over the beat of clay drums. Each note seems to echo through the water, through the trees, through your very bones. You close your eyes, letting the rhythm carry you like a gentle current. This moment, this feeling, is a gift, a reminder of the beauty in simplicity, of the joy found in quiet things, the breeze in the trees, the warmth of firelight, the memory of a song, the steady breath of the earth beneath you. And if you're enjoying this peaceful journey, if these sounds and images bring stillness to your night, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, Story to Sleep, and tap the like button to let us know you're here with us. Your support helps us create more tranquil stories from the lakes, forests, and dreams of the ancient world. Now back to the shore, back to the firelight. You sip warm atoll from a gourd bowl, sweetened with honey and dusted with cinnamon. Its warmth fills your chest. You feel sleep brushing the edges of your awareness, like leaves brushing the surface of the water. The lake is still. Moonlight gathers on the surface like silk. You hear the hush of the wind moving through maize leaves, the rustle of feathers, the hush of ancient spirits that walk quietly beside you, unseen but deeply felt, as the final embers of the fir begin to dim. You return to your canoe. Its familiar shape welcomes you like an old friend. You step in, wrap your blanket around your shoulders, and lie back against the smooth wood. The moon watches over you. The stars blink slowly above, as if dreaming with you. The lake cradles your vessel, cradles your soul, as the final embers of the fir begin to dim. You return to your canoe. Its familiar shape welcomes you like an old friend. You step in, wrap your blanket around your shoulders, and lie back against the smooth wood. The moon watches over you. The stars blink slowly above, as if dreaming with you. The lake cradles your vessel, cradles your soul, and the harvest moon sings you to sleep, softly, endlessly. Sleep well, traveler of the sacred waters. We'll meet you again when the next chapter begins, but for now drift and dream, and don't forget, if this journey brought peace to your night, like the story, subscribe to the channel and let the lake carry you gently into dreams. The harvest moon continues its stately rise, slowly, silently, like a silver blossom unfolding in the night sky. It climbs higher, bathing the world in a glow both ancient and tender. Its silvery light falls across the lake like a silken cloth, turning the rippling surface into a sea of liquid starlight. You can see the mountains on the far shore now, tall, quiet, resting like sleeping giants beneath a canopy of stars. As the moonlight grows brighter, the chinampas, floating gardens built by human hands in harmony with the earth, begin to reveal themselves in breathtaking detail. Long rows of crops, carefully tended, stretch out over the surface of the water in perfect symmetry. The neat lines of maize, beans, amaranth, and squash form intricate patterns that look like the weaving of an ancient tapestry. One made not with thread and loom, but with soil and seed, water and time. Soft music drifts across the lake, carried by the gentle breeze. A group of musicians sits together beneath a cluster of willow trees, their instruments carved from river cane and polished wood. They play wooden flutes whose melodies rise and fall like the wings of birds. Each note is a whisper from the past, a story told by those who lived beside this lake centuries ago. The music speaks of the sowing season, of the rains that fell like blessings, of the hands that planted and nurtured and harvested. The melody becomes a prayer, soft and reverent, offered to Koilzakwi, the moon goddess whose silver face watches over the night, and the music answers her silent gaze with gratitude, with devotion, with the soft promise of remembering. Laughter echoes gently from the shoreline, where children run barefoot in the cool shallows. Their small hands cradle reed boats, delicate vessels woven from lake reeds and adorned with flower petals and glowing candles. One by one, they set their boats adrift, watching as the flickering lights sail slowly across the silver water, like stars returning to the heavens. Each boat carries a wish, a prayer to the lake spirits, protectors of the fishermen, guardians of the crops. These small offerings shimmer in the moonlight, creating a constellation upon the surface of the earth. Near the water's edge, the village elder stands tall in his ceremonial cloak. His hair is white, his face carved with wisdom. He raises a cup of warm chocolate toward the moon and begins to speak. His words are ancient, spoken in reverence. Great Moon Mother, you who watch over the night, thank you for the gift of this harvest. Great Tlaloc, bringer of rain, we honor your generosity and your power. Great Earth Mother, your soil has fed us well. May we continue to care for your body as you care for ours. The people respond with a soft murmur of agreement, their voices blending into the sounds of the lake, frogs croaking, water gently lapping, the rustle of the night wind in the tall grasses. Blankets are spread in circles, and baskets are opened to reveal the evening meal. The scent of roasted maize, fresh herbs, and spicy squash blossom soup rises into the air. The food is simple, humble, but sacred. Every ingredient was born from this lake, from these gardens, from the work of many hands. Every flavor holds a memory. The sweetness of sun-ripened tomatoes, the richness of beans grown in soil fed by centuries of devotion. You sit among them, feeling welcomed, safe, part of this long story that stretches back through time like a river. The people pass food to one another with quiet smiles, and stories begin to flow as gently as the current. An old fisherman leans forward, his voice rough and warm. He tells of the first chinampas, how they rose like green rafts upon the water, how they were anchored with willow trees and fed by canals dug with care and patience. He speaks of the birds who taught them where to plant, of the frogs whose song signaled coming rains. His tale is part memory, part legend. Yet every word is true in its own way. A young mother hums a lullaby, rocking her infant in her arms as she sings. The tune is soft, slow, woven from breath and memory. The baby's eyes grow heavy as the song mingles with the night sounds, and soon he sleeps. The mother strokes his hair gently, as her mother once did, and her grandmother before her. The moon now sits high in the sky, casting a silver bridge across the lake. A reflection so perfect it's hard to tell where the water ends and the sky begins. You feel suspended between two worlds, floating in a space where time slows down and everything becomes still, eternal. More offerings are released onto the water. Small flower boats, their petals glowing like embers, drift in silence, trailing smoke from burning copal resin that curls upward like spirit breath. Each boat carries a silent message to the ancestors. We remember you, we honor you, we are still here. The music softens. The rhythm of clay drums slows to match the heartbeat of the night. Seed-filled rattles whisper like rain falling on leaves, and all around you is this perfect harmony of sound and silence, of light and shadow, of presence and memory. Near the outer edge of the gathering, an artist sits in solitude, painting by lantern light. Her canvas is bark paper. Her brush is a bundle of hair tied with twine. She dips it into pots of handmade pigment, red from cochineal, blue from crushed stone, yellow from tree resin, and begins to capture what she sees. The moonlight on the water, the boats like stars, the dance of shadows on the faces of the people. Her work is silent, but it speaks louder than words ever could. As the night deepens, dancers take the center space. Their movements are slow, reverent, their arms rising and falling like wings, their feet moving in time with the drum beats. One imitates the flight of a heron, another the ripple of reeds in the wind. Their dances are offerings, expressions of life and spirit without the need for speech. Children curl up on blankets, their eyes closing as lullabies continue to rise, blending with the gentle splash of water against stone. The call of a night bird, the soft creak of wooden boats. Every sound becomes part of a cradle, rocking the village, rocking the lake, rocking you. As the evening draws to a close, families begin to gather their baskets, but slowly, reluctantly, as if parting from a dream. There is no rush, only soft goodbyes, and one last look at the moonlit lake. The harvest moon still shines, untouched by time, casting its gentle light upon the water, creating a path of silver that stretches out into the unknown, a reminder that even in darkness, there is beauty, there is memory, there is peace. And as you close your eyes and take one last deep breath of the cool, fragrant night, you feel your body relax, your spirit settle, and you drift gently into sleep. In the depths of the night, your canoe drifts silently into the most sacred part of Lake Texcoco. Here, underground springs feed the lake with crystal clear water, and it's said the ancient spirits dwell beneath its shimmering surface. The water glows with a subtle light, as if lit from within, and the silence is so complete, so perfect. It feels as though the universe itself is holding its breath. Above you, the stars shine like diamonds, their reflections mirrored perfectly in the still water below. You are suspended between sky and earth, between dream and eternity. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of light, and you remember the ancient stories, that this is the pathway souls follow to reach the land of eternal peace. Your canoe glides effortlessly, guided by unseen currents older than memory. A gentle mist rises from the springs, warm and fragrant. It drifts across the water like the breath of sleeping gods. The mist carries the scent of the deep earth, the place where all water is born. It swirls around you, soft and healing. With each breath, you feel tension melt away, worries dissolve, and your spirit become light. In the center of this sacred lake lies a small island, Its shores are protected by ancient Awiwedi cypress trees. They have stood here for over 1,000 years, their roots deep in time itself. Their massive trunks stretch skyward, their branches draped with silver veils of Spanish moss. This grove feels like a natural cathedral, a temple of peace. As your canoe passes beneath the trees, the soft petals of night-blooming orchids fall around you. Their scent is sweet, calming, and the hush of the forest blends with the gentle lap of the water, creating a perfect lullaby. The ancient spirits are close now, not seen but felt. They offer you their blessing in silence. You breathe in the peace of this sacred place. The air is thick with dreams, and the sacred springs beneath you continue to sing, their soft voice guiding you ever deeper, deeper into calm, into stillness, into sleep. Chapter 6: The Island Where Time Sleeps. Your canoe drifts gently toward the hidden heart of the lake, guided by a current that seems to know exactly where you need to go. The mist parts slowly before you, revealing an island that wasn't there moments ago. Or perhaps it was, but only for those who dream. This is no ordinary place. It is the island where time forgets to move, where even the stars linger a little longer. Here the air is thicker, slower, more like velvet than wind. As your canoe brushes softly against the shore, it makes no sound, just a gentle sigh, like the lake itself is welcoming you home. You step onto the soft, moss-covered ground. The soil is warm beneath your bare feet, pulsing faintly with life, as though the heartbeat of the earth echoes just below the surface. The trees here are ancient, but not heavy with age. They are ageless, each leaf shimmering softly, catching the moonlight like a dream caught in the branches. You walk without direction, and yet every step feels guided. The path opens naturally before you, winding between glowing stones and low-hanging branches covered in dew. Crickets sing in the distance, their rhythm slow and hypnotic. An owl calls once, then falls silent again, as if respecting the hush of this sacred hour. In the center of the island is a pool, round, still, and mirror-like. The surface reflects not only the moon, but something deeper. When you look into it, you see memories, not of your past, but of the world's memory. The laughter of children in a vanished village, the roar of jaguars beneath a blood-red sun, a single feather drifting on the wind of centuries. You kneel beside the pool, dipping your fingers into the water. It is warm, yet cooling, feels like forgiveness. like something old being released at last. You cup a handful to your lips, and as you drink, you feel your body become weightless, not disappearing, but returning to the way it once was, free, unburdened, complete. A breeze stirs the branches overhead, and the leaves begin to whisper, not in words, but in feelings. They tell you, you are safe, you are seen, you belong. You lie back on the mossy earth, letting yourself sink into its embrace. The island seems to breathe beneath you. With each inhale, it cradles you closer. With each exhale, it takes from you a burden you no longer need. Above, the stars shift gently in the sky. The constellations turn like sacred wheels, guiding you deeper into the night. The moon, now high above the canopy, pours its light over you like a blessing. You close your eyes, and in that moment, you are no longer a visitor to this place. You are part of it, part of the island, the lake, the sky, the rhythm of the ancient world still dreaming beneath the surface of time. And so, in this place beyond worry, beyond memory, you drift at last into true rest, wrapped in the silence of trees that do not judge, watched over by stars that do not hurry, held by waters that know the shape of your soul. Sleep comes not as a command, but as an invitation whispered by the universe, and you at last say yes. The soft moss beneath you cradles your body like the gentle hands of a mother. Every breath you take feels fuller, deeper, as if the air itself has been woven from threads of calm and peace. A faint glow begins to pulse from the earth below, as if the island is breathing with you, slow, rhythmic, eternal. Around you, the trees stand tall and silent, their leaves shimmering with an otherworldly light. Soft blues, pale greens, and silvery whites. The branches sway in a breeze that feels like a lullaby, a song without words, yet rich with meaning. You listen with your whole being. The melody speaks of ancient wisdom, of nature's endless patience, of healing that comes in stillness. In the distance, a firefly flickers, its gentle glow a tiny beacon in the dark. Soon, more join it, rising like floating stars beneath the canopy. Their light dances on the leaves, creating moving constellations just for you. Each pulse a quiet invitation to surrender, to trust, to let go. You close your eyes and feel the soft earth beneath you humming with life. The sound is deep and soothing, like the ocean's heartbeat, but nearer, warmer, and more intimate. Your mind begins to slow, thoughts drifting away like leaves on a slow-moving stream. Tension melts from your muscles. Your body grows heavy, yet your spirit feels light. A gentle whisper brushes your ear, the voice of the island itself. You are safe here, it seems to say. No harm can reach you in this sacred place. You breathe in deeply, tasting the sweet scent of blooming night flowers mingled with fresh rain. The perfume wraps around you like a soft blanket, comforting and familiar. The pool of water nearby glows faintly. You feel drawn to it once more. Rising slowly, your feet carry you without effort. Kneeling beside the pool again, you watch as your reflection blurs, merging with the stars above. You realize you are both here and everywhere, a part of this eternal dance of water, earth, and sky. Reaching out, you touch the water's surface. Ripples flow outward like gentle waves of light. In the shimmering reflections, you see images of ancestors smiling, their eyes full of love and encouragement. They invite you to remember your place in the great cycle, to honor the path that brought you here, to rest now, deeply and fully. The breeze picks up slightly, stirring the orchids above, whose petals seem to glow with moonlight. You hear the distant sound of a flute, soft and slow, a song of farewell and welcome all at once. It wraps around you like a tender embrace, carrying your spirit gently towards sleep's quiet shores. Lying back once more, you feel the earth cradle your entire being. The stars overhead begin to pulse softly, their light syncing with the slow rhythm of your heartbeat. You are weightless, timeless, suspended in a perfect moment of peace. Every muscle unwinds, every thought softens. The island hums its ancient song. The lake sings beneath the moon, and you, wrapped in this cocoon of tranquility, surrender to the sweetest rest you have ever known. Here, in the heart of the island where time sleeps, your soul floats free, safe, calm, and deeply at peace, ready to journey through the realms of dreams and awaken refreshed, renewed, forever touched by the sacred waters of Tenochtitlan. Time flows differently here. Each second stretches like golden thread, smooth and unbroken. You are no longer counting moments, but feeling them. Each breath is a world, each heartbeat a quiet drum echoing across the silent hills of the spirit. As you lie there, the night deepens, not into darkness, but into softness. The stars above shimmer with stories, not loud, spoken tales, but gentle impressions. memories that arrive like whispers on the breeze. You see visions in the sky, a jaguar moving through mist, a child placing a stone in a temple wall, a woman planting maize with hands worn by love and labor. Each vision floats above like a cloud, here to remind you that life is a circle, not a line. The trees surrounding the sacred island begin to sway together now, as if dancing slowly, not from wind, but from something deeper, a rhythm that pulses in the roots beneath your body. You feel it not just with your skin, but in your soul, a rhythm of connection, of return, of belonging. Suddenly, a soft rustling near your head. You turn your gaze slowly. A small creature sits nearby, a golden axolotl, glowing faintly in the dark. Its eyes are calm, ancient. It blinks slowly, then disappears into the moss, as if it were a dream you had not yet dreamt. Above, the sky ripples with aurora-like waves. Green and violet hues pulse gently, casting light over the canopy, the pool, the very air. The light is not harsh. It's like moonlight passed through a feather, soft, warm, forgiving. You feel yourself dissolving gently into the landscape, not vanishing, but merging, as if your body were smoke and the island a breeze. There is no fear in this, only peace, only the sense that you have returned to something older than memory, something that remembers you. A voice begins to hum. You do not know where it comes from. Above you, below, perhaps inside your chest. It hums a song with no words, only tones, low and calming. Feels like a lullaby once sung to you when you were small, or perhaps sung to your ancestors, or to the stars themselves when they were first born. And in this sacred hum, you feel every cell of your body release, every burden, every tension, every thought you forgot you were carrying. They float up into the trees, into the stars, into nothingness, and you remain pure, still, whole. Somewhere far, far away, a temple bell chimes once, not to call you to wake, but to remind you you are held, you are loved, you are home. The moss rises and falls gently beneath you, as if the island itself is dreaming with you. You are inside that dream now, drifting weightlessly, embraced by stillness. The moon watches over you, soft and round. The lake sings below, a lullaby written in water. And you sleep now, not just with your body, but with your spirit, carried on sacred currents, bathed in starlight, protected by the breath of the gods. You are safe. You are resting. And the dream has only just begun. The night deepens further, not into shadow, but into velvet. Each sound becomes more distant, more dreamlike. The slow breath of the lake, the rustling of the trees, the soft murmur of unseen spirits who walk gently through the undergrowth. They do not disturb, they simply pass, as if checking that all is at peace. Above you, a single star pulses. Its light falls gently on your face, like the touch of a parent's hand. You feel it blessing you, marking you not as a visitor, but as a part of this sacred place, as if the island itself has accepted you and now carries you like one of its own dreams. The pool beside you glows faintly now, no longer with reflection, but with memory. It holds everything you've seen, the reeds, the paddle, the city in the mist, the axolotl, the floating gardens. It holds it not for you to remember, but so you don't have to, so you can let go and simply rest. A soft mist begins to rise again, curling like silver threads through the ferns and over your resting body. It is cool, healing, a mist that knows how to silence thought without ever silencing wonder. Your fingers loosen, your jaw relaxes, even your name begins to drift away, leaving only peace, only presence, only the gentle hush of the lake, the stars, the earth beneath you. This moment, this stillness, it is yours, and it will remain with you, even as your dreams begin to carry you farther, to other gardens, to other skies, to other sacred islands where time sleeps. And now, dear listener, as the final echoes of the sacred hum fade into starlight, we invite you to remain in this calm. Let sleep embrace you completely. Let the story drift with you into your dreams. If this journey brought you peace, if these waters helped carry your thoughts away, then we gently ask you, when you awaken, to like this video and subscribe to Story to Sleep, so we may return again with another tale, another dream, another night by sacred waters. Good night, and may your spirit float gently until the stars fade and morning mist rises once more.